All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 4, Episode 19. All right, so Josuke and Okuyasu and Shigechi.
And the Harvester. Stando.
Yes, they are using their creative brain power combination to earn money.
Yeah.
Around Morio.
Why not?
I love it.
Get lottery tickets. Get coupons.
Get coupons.
Yeah.
Get everything. It's genius. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a goofy little D&D group side quest where they're just like, oh, main plot? No, we could just go around and we could abuse the economic system of this
main
place
plot
to earn
might
money.
Involve time travel.
Getting a new gear by scamming,
by cleaning up litter,
scamming up the town. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh boy.
We could bring Koichi into this episode because Koichi was ancillary, walking around in the background,
but he was actually being the good player and focusing on the rails plot that the DM gave them.
Exactly. So will they bridge things there? The other question is Shigechi is in the OP.
That's
so is
true.
Shigechi going to potentially stick around in the long term?
Right.
I don't think
they're
turning
selfish here and now wanting to split the lottery ticket and things like that.
But he's not a stand user that they would have to kill or necessarily even defeat.
Right.
Really, it would be more we have to come to some kind of an understanding.
Right.
And also, if you think about just the stand ability that he has, it's extremely useful in just random utility, random utility things. Mm-hmm. Yep. So overall, hey, let's see what they're going to do with the not bad company stand, Jacob.
Right. Yes.
So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yep. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So they have to hold on to that for 3 days.
But is it signed to one of them in particular?
There's 6 zeros. Ooh. Wait. Okay.
You know what would be hilarious is if they brought Shigechi to to Rohan's place.
Yeah, see, Shigechi was on the left there.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
Oh yeah, right. But imagine if they just took him to Rohan's place and they're just oh yeah, there's this comic that it's gonna show you, and then it's all right, write out any knowledge of the lottery ticket.
Nice. That was interesting. They had a rat in the junk pile there. Oh. Ooh. Chase you. I gotta chase you.
Chase you.
Right.
Chase you. Chase you.
Yeah. Those tentacle arrows are the same thing that was going in the ED. Going along the town and stuff. Oh, cat eyes, cat and mouse, kind of the whole...
Okay, sure.
Lie, I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember, yeah.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's just that he's not wanting them to scam. Oh, very bizarre. Roll credits.
Wow.
Okuyasu, don't talk. Oh, no way.
Oh. And they could have solved that with
Yep.
Crazy Diamond.
With Josuke's stand, yeah. Shigechi. Wow. Wow, Shigechi. Ah! Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Watch the person who purchased it be a stand user. Oh shoot.
年末のグレート宝くじを買われたかどうか知りたいのですが。ああ、森下一郎は俺だけど。買ったよ。このクソガキども。私の嗅覚に狂いはなかった。そもそも神様がこんなガキどもに当たりくじを。
Wow.
See, this isn't a stand thing. This is like a justice thing. Wow. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Specifically change parts of it? Wow.
Oh my
That's
gosh!
Insane.
Ah! Well done! Ah!
何めんどくせえことで時間取らせてんだよ。宝くじは捨てたんだよ。たまには当たるやつ売り出してくれ。
Oh! Oh!
Wow.
使われておりません。もう一度ご確認の上、おかけ直しください。
満足されました。失礼。
Wow! Wow! They did it!
All right.
Yeah, Crazy Diamond. There you go.
And a lot of it is because of Josuke now.
Yep, yep.
It's not just the idea anymore.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, Josuke could just remove the winning lot, like, remove all the information from that piece of paper.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm not holding back. Oh.
Wow.
Oh! Oh, shoot! Yeah, yeah, calm down. We can handle this. Huh?
奥安のやつ、いきなり殴って悪かったな。過去に現金化すっときよ。約束通り。
We'll split it evenly in half. Okay, good, good.
Exactly.
Good.
しかし参ったよな、ああいうの。あいつと付き合うのは。
Here comes Harvest.
Uh-huh.
100万も儲かったのは俺たちがいたからこそだぜ。
Oh no,
Was it
now.
mutually beneficial?
数万円がいいとこだ。
Well,
No, no, no.
150万も取るんだぜ。250万。やるもんかよ。聞いたぞ。畜生。お前らなんかに1円だってやるもんか。俺らのハーベストがいたか。
I would actually like to see
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
yeah, maybe we should, like, chase after it or something.
できたら殺すぞ。しげち、殺すだとこのスカタイ野郎が。なんだこの感覚は。
Oh! What?
なんかものすごくかゆいんだ。かゆい？なんだよこんな時に。まくり上げろ。
Yeah, they're all on his. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Why did he say that itches? That doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would itch.
Okay. Oh, crap. He's running around with, like, and they're gonna be yelling out, like, give us back our 5 million yen.
Maybe
other people are gonna get involved now.
That would be awesome if they did.
Wow, Okuyasu, oh my gosh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes!
Wow.
That is amazing!
That is wonderful.
Oh my god! Utility to the max, Jacob!
See, told ya.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's genius! Oh my gosh.
What he really should have done is just given it to like one harvest and then had it go hide for 3 days.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
The poses! The poses!
If Okuyasu ends up using the hand to destroy the promissory note by accident,
yeah,
that would be hilarious.
Yeah. Blood getting drained from him, so he's going unconscious. Crap. Oh, dang. Wow.
Okay.
Because they're so small, you just...
Yeah.
What does it matter if it's his instincts or if he's actually smart? He's
what
making the
decision. What is Okuyasu gonna do when he's drunk?
Yeah. Oh!
Oh!
Ow! Oh! Oh my gosh!
Oh,
that is terrifying. Oh.
Is he getting closer? Why? You could just have Harvest take it.
Okay, yeah, so actually trying to be smart here.
While drunk. Is he actually just a smart drunk? Is that it? Right, but he could just have Harvest take it. He's gonna be like, wait a minute. I mean, you were walking over there when you could have just had Harvest grab it. No.
Oh, only.
Yep.
Only.
And now Josuke is the only one who can. Yeah.
Dealing with Okuyasu.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice. Yahweh. Whoa! He only has one piece now.
Right.
Yeah, I don't need them. Yep, yep. They're still drunk. Oh my gosh. He's gonna heal him now. Oh, okay. Oh. 3 ways. 3 ways.
Yeah.
Oh. No. No. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
And yep.
And he healed him.
Yep.
What? Oh, gotcha. I've learned my lesson.
Right.
Nice. Nice. Yes, for complete peace of mind.
スタンドの数を入れないとオラのハーベストの数を500ぐらいと考えるとあんたたち500体私が終わる里部でいいの
It was a joke, a joke! Nice. Uh-huh.
Who got the extra yen?
Wait, the extra yen.
The extra 1 yen.
Because there would be, actually no, it'd be 2. Because it'd be 14. It'd be 7, 7, and 6.
No, that's right. Yeah.
So 2 different ones of them. Okuyasu and Josuke would get each the extra yen, yeah.
Or they could give that to Harvest.
yeah, they give him 2 yen.
Yeah. Shigechi gets his money, and then Harvest gets 2 yen. There you go.
See these arrows and stuff?
Again, I move so slightly. Hands in the lips and the base of the human cannonball. Need to, I want to stand a little bit closer.
I love that line.
Get a bit higher. You'll never know when I hit you when I get to you. Ooh, I want you. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I would die to find out.
It's cool. They added Shigechi into the ending, but there was also something hiding in the shadow that I kind of want to go back on and check when we're before we do the discussion. All right, so Shigechi has maybe learned the lesson of not being overtaken by greed.
Exactly.
Yes. And we did not get any Koichi this episode, but they did do a nod to be continued at the end there, which means not necessarily that they're dealing with the whole promissory note of the 5 million yen and all that. It might be more just that they're to be continued with regards to Shigechi and being involved with them. So Shigechi will be on some level connected with them in future plot point stuff, because Koichi not being in this episode, it means that at the very least that we still have to figure out the way in which they get made aware of the whole thing that's going on here in Morio. So
Now, the way that Shigechi used to stay in this episode was absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
Some of them were a bit less believable than others, like the fact that Okuyasu would just think that his legs were itching when they were actively tearing the flesh off of them. But, whatever.
It was a mosquito kind of thing. When a mosquito's biting you, you don't necessarily feel it.
Sure.
But yeah.
For like the whole thing of injecting the alcohol into his bloodstream, I totally get it for that, and that makes a lot of sense. Like, there you go. That's a very effective way to combat them. The thing with the conveyor belt, though, that was the best.
It was absolutely
so
perfect.
Like, oh man.
Because I love that on some level it's something where it's like, yes, as he needs to get away, he uses it. Once he's up on the roof, we don't need to use that anymore.
Right, exactly,
no.
yeah.
No.
Would it have been smarter for him to do that? Sure, but whatever. Would it have been smarter for him to just give the promissory note to one of them and have it go hide somewhere? Well, yeah, but whatever, you know?
Yeah, he's not that smart.
Exactly.
I like that on some level, a lot of the stands that we've been encountering thus far are not evil people.
Right.
Like, they are just people going about their lives, doing their thing. They are all flawed individuals. I mean, we have rats, and they're about as evil as it's gotten, really, other than Angelo in the beginning.
Right.
And everyone else has some kind of thing that makes them, a little bit off. Like Red Hot Chili Pepper had, his whole, dark side as well.
Yeah, he was trying to kill people.
He was trying to kill people. But then, have people like Kishibe Rohan.
Yep.
You have, you have people like, what was his name? Hazamada. And he had his whole pervy side and creepy side as well. He was a problem, things like that. But it's more like they're just filling out this town's population with stand users who are going to stick around. Which means that on some level, we don't write them off entirely from the plot.
Well, and that also means that we could potentially have, if they wanted to, is to have a point where if Kira gets that stand that is better than Zawarudo.
Or are you assuming Kira doesn't have a stand already?
Right. But
I think he already has a stand.
He probably already does. But if it ends up being the person that has the stand that is said, to be potentially stronger than Zawarudo, right? Since that could exist, we could theoretically get something where Stando users assemble, and then the city of Morio comes together
to reject basically Kira from the town, to banish him with their
from
full stando power.
The food standos to the hair standos to the comic standos, comic sanzos, to just everything all coming together. That would be absolutely wonderful. And then we could just have a moment of silence for the fact that Bado Company is not among them.
Right.
Because they fell in the line of duty.
Yes. This whole Shigechi mini arc thing is kind of a lull in the overall main story, but if we look at it from the standpoint of Shigechi being a character that they wanted to introduce at some point, like Araki wanted to introduce at some point, this is a unique way to introduce a character in so much that it separates them from all previous characters in JoJo's that were even remotely main character-esque.
Well, and also, because in, like, say, Part 3, a lot of the stands that showed up, it was basically the same kind of filler type stuff where it's like, okay, it doesn't really matter. It's just, stand of the week type stuff. But because of that, they're able to basically say, hey, let's have the plot be separated from the filler. And have the filler just be goofy antics, right? We don't need to try and take it super seriously because we know that the audience knows that it's not, right?
Yes.
I like that. It helps keep the whole Kira factor like this separate entity that we can still considered to be truly terrifying, but then still have all these goofy stands like Harvest and things like that.
Totally. And it also makes us be reminded that these main characters are in high school.
Yes, they are actually in high school.
They act like high schoolers.
Right, unlike Josuke.
Unlike Jotaro.
Jotaro,
yes. Because Jotaro is surrounded by all these adults and
he's so overly macho with everything that it's like,
that he seems like he's 32 or something. You know? But Josuke and Okuyasu have their little levels of stupidity and goofiness and greed and just
like
little
they were about
like
to
that.
be like, wait, we can just cut him out now, and now it's just $2.5 million each. Yes, like I was waiting for that to happen. Oh
yeah, I like that this was something where they defeated Shigechi with the creativity of how they use their stands and their own cleverness. However, Shigechi did have them by the balls at one point.
He did.
Pretty much.
Yep.
And then it was Shigechi's own lack of cleverness at a very specific, crucial point that allowed him to be defeated.
Because again, you could have just sent Harvest to grab the bills, but whatever. But
whatever.
But this is the kind of thing. This like when I think about it, this is basically, you have 2 melee people that are astounding in melee, and they can devastate you if they get into melee. But they're melee, they're hardcore melee. And then you have someone who has very long range and a lot of utility
pet class.
and swarms of things. It's basically tentacle powers at long range, right? Versus 2 melee combatants.
Yeah, no AoE to speak of even also of these. These are melee high single target DPSs, and it's like, oh, how are you going to fight against my Zerg swarm army?
Right, yeah.
You're going to kill 5 of them? Oh no, deal with 500 of them.
Exactly. So I love that aspect of the tactics of it, and the idea that if this were a video game, this is like, I could totally picture this happening, and it would be so frustrating for these people who are like, no, I can defeat literally anyone if I can just get close enough, right? But then it's like, nope, there's these little bee ant things that are...
Slow your movement, that provide minor CC damage over time.
Just harassing you and just being generally pests,
and then provide like an insane movement speed bonus to
the escape.
when they started like zipping him around on their little conveyor belt thing, and they were like generating in front of him and stuff, it gave me a picture of that Wallet and Gromit episode where Gromit is laying out the track like frantically in front of him. It's just it's cartoon. It's Saturday cartoon level humor in JoJo's at a moment where this is clearly a filler conflict for introducing potentially a semi-important side character.
Potentially,
because the way he was put in the OP, he was alongside the Joe Bros, but there were like 3 other characters I think that were alongside them too. It was Hazamada, Rohan, Shigechi, and then I think it was the girl Yukako.
Oh yeah,
but it was basically like not anyone else though.
Sure.
Like no Tonya or something like that.
Right, like the baby stand, that was just with Joseph, in his own little spot there, but yeah.
But I think that is in line with your thought of them being essentially a bigger team that ends up having to cast out and defeat Kira at the end of their thing to protect their town. And that's something that they are also doing by even adding the bank, and the character, the guy at the bank is that that location is now there. That's an actual thing that's done. And when I think back on things like, certain D&D like or tabletop RPG settings and things like that, there's like that idea of the home city, like not the home base, but like the home city
with like the favorite shops and everything like that.
Yeah,
you don't mess with that place.
Yeah, that's our place. Exactly. And so now Shigechi is just another example of that, of a random citizen of Morio that kind of, they were in cahoots with for their little scheme at one point. And who knows, maybe they won't bump into Shigechi for like 10 episodes. But when they do, he'll have turned his life a bit around with the money, and found some way to work things out a little bit more.
Because let's see, so 5 million yen divided by roughly 100, $50,000. So they each got about $16,000-$17,000.
Yeah, $16,500.
Right, exactly. That's for a high schooler. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Have fun paying taxes on that though, because you did. Or they're like never put it into the bank or something like that.
Well, or just the helpful aspect is that they're high schoolers. So their tax bracket is like the lowest possible. Like they probably don't have jobs, which means that might still be in like, I don't know how it is in Japan. But it could still be in that like, you made less than like 15,000 or 20,000 in a year. So, it's like tax-free or whatever.
Yeah, they talk to the banker and they're just like, for your little mess up earlier and stuff. We're gonna hold on to our money, stuff like that, and you won't report this and stuff. And it's like, okay. I mean, who knows? The lack of main plot stuff in this episode, contrasted with the first episode with this whole Shigechi thing, was a little like, oh, okay, I guess we'll wait to see if they bring it up in the next week's one, because they did have a little bit of the narrator being like, this is to be continued. So I'm like, oh, wait, but they resolved the whole thing with the...
Right, so I'm guessing it's going to be when them and Koichi meet back up, and then Koichi's like, so there's a serial killer here.
Right, but Shigechi is the main focus of this little mini arc. Right. So will Shigechi just be involved in the next episode, and this is just one of our first, 3-episode arcs?
Maybe the next episode will be how they spend the money. It'll be just a shopping episode with Josuke going around getting all the nice clothes and being like, "Ooh, I look good."
Sure.
You know, he gets just like a really nice thing of hairspray. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. But
we will.
not too much to discuss this episode.
No, not too much. But the conveyor belt was amazing.
Yes.
And I'm really glad that Josuke ended up doing the smart thing of just tearing it up and being like, hey.
Yeah. Crazy Diamond
fix this.
Crazy Diamond's uses, the way that Josuke used him made sense because we could predict them, and they were things that was like, well, yeah, we've seen how creative and how powerful it is, but not only that, how it like recalls things back to their original location as well.
Yeah, the whole thing with them rising on the pipes, posing and everything, and like Josuke being at an angle where it's like he shouldn't be able to stand up like that.
Right.
But whatever, you know, who cares? It's
Love
JoJo's.
Love it. Yeah. So, that's been this episode of JoJo's. So, y'all, if you want to see the next episode of JoJo's for our reaction discussion that right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or just anime in general and chat about whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.